So what are we about to do right now? I'm going to take a look at the meteoric rise of Morgan Wallen and his even more meteoric fall. The reason I want to talk about this is I have never seen somebody in their own career this quickly. I'm almost impressed. Before we get into that, I would like to do my comment shout out from my last video. This comment shout out says, I don't know about you guys, but I feel like D'Angelo is going to randomly stop making videos for like 2 months without warning and come back to uploading like usual. I'm not in the mood for a break. I'm in the mood to take over YouTube. The amount of clout that I plan to obtain from the internet in the year of our Lord 2021 is immeasurable. So there will certainly be no break from me. So who the heck is Morgan Wallen? Mr. Wallen here is the most prominent country singer around in the moment. At first it was because his music was popping off, and now it's because he's in trouble with literally everyone from his record label to the award shows. But before we get into that, today's video is sponsored by Current, a mobile bank with a Visa debit card. It's a real bank account, but you don't have to worry about going to a real bank building. You can send money for free, you can deposit checks using the app on your phone, you can withdraw from over 55,000 ATMs for free, you have free overdraft protection up to $100, and there's no hidden fees or minimum balance. Plus, you can get points on purchases that you can then redeem for cash. Current works with Apple Pay, Google Pay, Cash App, Venmo, and it works quickly. You can get paid up to 2 days faster. You can get refunds and gas station holds instantly. You can set up an account even if you're under 18. It's like banking, the 2020 edition. Oh my god, it's not 2020 anymore. It's like the future of banking. It takes about 2 minutes to sign up for your own card, and let me just tell you, the card is pretty. Anyway, go to the link in my description and sign up for your own Current Black Premium card today. That's current.com/D'Angelo Wallace. What you have to understand is the dude had kind of a meteoric rise to country success. He was on The Voice in 2014. He had a few successful stints here and there, but then he decided to get a mullet. Once he acquired the mullet, he actually became one of the most popular country singers currently singing. He's not talentless, but unfortunately, I'm currently only really seeing him in the news for the absolute worst things you can think of. I definitely am not bumping Morgan Wallen with the boys. They don't hand me the aux, and I'm like, we're about to hit that Morgan. His breakout hit was a collaboration song that he did with Florida Georgia Line called Up Down, and he's only gotten more popular since then. The fact that the song was named Up Down wound up being a bit prophetic because it kind of describes his career. Morgan Wallen found himself Twitter's white boy of the month. So the white boy of the month is when Twitter just decides we are going to stan this random person. He doesn't have to look good, he doesn't have to actually be talented, but we are all going to pretend that this person is talented and attractive. Morgan Wallen was one of the very few people who over the years, like Billy Ray Cyrus, has managed to like bridge this gap between country music and the rest of the entire world hiding away from country music. The man debuted on #1 on the Billboard 200, not the country charts. Usually country artists just stay over on their yee side of the charts where I can just happily avoid it and be none the wiser. But this man debuted on Justin Bieber's territory. He was the biggest country singer in the world for 0.1 seconds because then he got caught at a COVID party. SNL nixes Morgan Wallen appearance after singer violates COVID-19 safety protocols. Morgan Wallen posted an emotional video to his Instagram page showing how executives nixed his appearance for violating coronavirus safety protocols.
In a hotel room, I was getting ready for SNL this Saturday, and I got a call from the show letting me know that I will no longer be able to play, and that's because of COVID protocols, which I understand. My actions this past weekend were pretty short-sighted, and they have obviously affected my long-term goals and my dreams.
That was so telling that he said what I did affected my long-term goals. That's actually such a bad apology. He's literally like, this was bad for my career and it's probably bad for the show, so I understand the business decision to drop me. He didn't apologize for potentially spreading COVID-19. He didn't apologize for setting a bad example. He literally said, this messed up my long-term goals. What do you think SNL did after they dropped him? They were like, okay, it's been long enough. Now please come back. No consequences for his actions. They didn't just invite him back either. They made this whole propaganda skit about how Morgan Wallen, he's not that bad of a guy. Okay, look at this. I wish I was making this up.
But isn't he supposed to be the musical guest on SNL this week?
Hell yeah, I'm sure he's taking all the necessary COVID precautions.
Alabama!
Stranger than fiction. We have Morgan Wallen entering this party and being COVID unsafe. They're giving him a platform.
Trust me, somebody's gonna post a video of you ignoring COVID protocols. The whole internet's gonna freak out.
Strike two. They have explicitly put the blame of this on the people who posted the video.
You're gonna get kicked off Saturday Night Live.
No. Lauren would never do that.
No, of course Lauren wouldn't, because he ain't no puss. He's a goddamn man, you know. He's got balls the size of Toyotas. But the execs at NBC, they're gonna force his hand, bro.
Was it just me, or did that very much come across like SNL saying it was a weak move to drop him over COVID? Am I missing something here? This is painful.
Morgan, wait, enough. I came as soon as I could.
Hold on. Who are you?
I'm you from 2 months in the future.
Oh my gosh. Get it? It's like funny because Morgan Wallen is Caucasian and this person is Asian. Okay, I finally got over how funny that was.
So let's all raise a glass up, and I'll thank you in advance for giving this poor Southern boy a second Yankee chance.
That's beautiful.
Second Yankee chance.
Second Yankee chance is the most interesting phrase I've heard used to substitute white privilege in my entire life.
You're gonna do the right thing and accept responsibility for what you did tonight.
Well, what about SNL?
They're gonna have you on 2 months later, I promise. There aren't many people willing to fly to New York right now.
So now SNL has just given themselves an excuse for having Morgan Wallen back. And in the skit designed to make him look better, Morgan Wallen has once again expressed that his biggest gripe was the fact that he's losing his SNL spot. And y'all were hyping this man up for what? Somebody in chat said that this is the white Post Malone. Don't drag Melanin King Post Malone down like that. We're on to the final part in the Morgan Wallen saga. I hate to bring up TMZ, but honestly, they broke it first. Morgan Wallen hurls inward after Rowdy Night Out, apologizes. I promise to do better. This man was caught in 4K just screaming the N-word.
Hey, Gracie, take care of this pussy ass.
Bruh, why? The run. Why did he run into his house like that? This is his reply. I'm embarrassed and I'm sorry. I used an unacceptable and inappropriate racial slur that I wish I could take back. There are no excuses to use this type of language ever. I want to sincerely apologize for using the word. I promise to do better. Cap reflux? That was horrible. There's never an excuse for saying the N-word. It's racist. If you're out here like lip syncing and you say it in the song that you're rapping, it's racist. If you're like drunk, it was definitely racist. If you're not black and you're using racial slurs, never not going to be racist. So yeah, Morgan Wallen is racist. He got dropped from everywhere. He got dropped from his award shows. Morgan Wallen ineligible for 2021 American Country Music Awards. And that's kind of rough because he had already won like a best new country artist, but he just got yeeted from the whole awards show. In one of the swiftest downfalls for a country star in modern history, Morgan Wallen was suspended indefinitely by his record label and removed from hundreds of radio stations across the country Wednesday after he was captured on camera saying the N-word. He hasn't given any sort of clarification or statements other than the brief statement he gave to TMZ. I think my final summation honestly is it's sad in a way that people can still get so far, and it has to be something as like extreme as literally hurling the N-word with a hard R for people to ever get any sort of consequences. My final thoughts on this entire situation are at least Morgan Wallen will have a new source of heartbreak to write for his next album, the consequences of his own actions. And as for all of the record labels and the award shows and all the people that dropped him, I can't wait to see how quickly they pick him back up once he drops the world's first apology album. Anyway, the moral here is clear. The career-ending speed run wasn't just world record breaking, it was also record deal breaking. Anyway, I'll be here all week, folks, at 2 p.m. Central Time. If it's Monday, Wednesday, Friday, that means I'm uploading a new video here. If it's Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, that means I'm going live over on Twitch. Basically, what I'm saying is I'll see you tomorrow. Unless, of course, tomorrow is Sunday, in which case, just watch this video again. Okay, bye.